Welcome gaming fanatics, it's TheMadWeazel here, and welcome back to Palworld. And in this video, guys, I'm going to be talking about tips to give and advice that I would throw down on you guys, just so that you guys don't waste time, level up faster, get a better base going, and then you guys just have the better experience in Palworld. And if there's things that I don't uncover, feel free to drop them down below in the comments. We could all help each other out with things to tell each other. This game is new, so there's stuff that we're all figuring out, and as the game progresses, we'll learn things, we'll figure out new stuff to do and things like that. But no more delaying, let's just jump right into the video. So the first tip for newcomers and new people at the game is to finish the tutorial. You guys look at the top right of my screen, it tells you. The tutorial will basically tell you what to do, how the game works. It'll kind of just throw you into it, but kind of like, think of it like a booster seat or like training wheels. Like, it kind of helps you understand how the game works and everything. So that's like one of the more important things to work on. Just finish the tutorial and prioritize like learning how the game works. Next tip I'd like to give out would be to prioritize your base. Your base will be like one of the most important places that you always run off to. It'll be your fast travel spot, the place you sleep, the place you have your pals locked up, and then also where you have them working. So one thing that I would highly recommend you guys do is, if you find a place to put your base down, make sure it's got good resources nearby. Make sure it's a flat terrain, and try to get it like somewhere off in your own like happy distance. Like for me, where I messed up is I have it close to the fast travel, so there's no point in fast traveling to that spot. Like, you could just go straight to my base. But if you look around this blue frame right here, or the blue radius, you can see I messed up where I don't have it like fully flat, so then there's just this slope right here that's just off, which is not good. So one thing I would say you guys could do is make sure it's fully centered, and before you guys even level up the base as much as possible, it's good to get different pals working with different elements, like their task, for example. So if you look at the bottom right of Dine Awesome right here, you can see that he's got two little icons highlighted. So he would do like planting, and then he also focuses on lumbering. So those are the two things that he can do specifically. And Pengulet right here, he works on water, like hand labor. He works with ice, and then he works with transporting. So if you want your pals to work on like one specific thing, so that they're not like shifting left and right on a bunch of them, you would want to get pals that only focus on one. Like Foxpark right here, Fuddler right here, they work on mining, transporting, and like handiwork. So just make sure you look at their stats, and then also look at their passives. Like this one, for example, he's a workaholic, which means that his sanity drops slower. This Lamball would be a really bad worker to recommend, because look, his work speed is 30%. So that's one thing that you got to look at. I would probably switch him off. And then if you guys want pals to only do one specific thing, just make sure you get the ones that have one task. And then it's good to get pals with different elements. That way they all focus on different things. Like, he can do watering, they can do like planting, and then they deal with fire. So just keep that in mind when you're working with pals. Alright, so next topic that I want to talk about would be your tools and stats. So as you level up, you can unlock more technology points, and then you use these to basically build stuff, learn things. And as you catch pals, you'll learn new recipes and whatnot. But obviously I'm not like fully down the list, so starting off, I would highly recommend Wooden Club. You can use it to smack pals, either knock them out entirely, get resources, or you can use it to capture them once they're low. And then you can see I have a bat now, which is better. So just leveling up is good to go. This torch will keep you from getting cold at night, and then you can use it for light. The stone pickaxe you can use to get stone, and obviously this stone axe will be used for wood. But like you guys can see, like how I have my pals doing the labor, I don't really got to worry about wood and stone much, which is good. And then for the Paldium fragments, they're actually blue stones, and this is what you need for spheres and some other stuff, so it's good to get that as well. You use a pickaxe for that. But pretty much after that, you want to get a decent amount of spheres in your inventory. Like, I only have 13, so I got to increase that later on. And then with stats, it's good to have HP up and basically weight. Those are probably the two most important that you would want to work on. Where I screwed up, I leveled up work speed. It's not necessary. It's definitely not. If you build something in your base, or if you want to do something like work-wise, it's better to just have your pals do it. There's no need for you to have that up. Defense and attack. As you play the game, you're going to get stronger weapons. I don't think you really need that. And then you could also get a shield, so not that important. Stamina, I would say it's okay to get. So the three that you would probably prioritize is health, stamina, and weight. Not just your stats are important, but your pals are as well. You can see like their abilities are good to look at, their passives, and then just their stats overall. So you want to keep eye on certain things. So like this, for example, and then their attack is 20%, which is actually a really good stat to have. So these small things are important. Just make sure you look at your stats, prioritize the ones that are actually worth getting, and then hopefully there's a way for me to reset it. But yeah, just take care of that, and then just take care of your pal stats and whatnot. And before we depart, if you want to heal your pals in the easiest way possible without them having to get knocked out, sleeping is a good way to just get them healed up. And then if you have them in your inventory, they heal up over time on their own. But like, let's say one is low, you can switch off, throw another one out, and then that way they're healing. Because if they do get knocked out, they would have to be sent into this box, and then they take like 10 minutes or so, so it's not worth it. So other than that, the only other thing I would say about pals is you want to capture 10 of each, just so you get good stats, or you look at their passives and then you choose which one you want. But you also get an XP bonus if you get 10 of specific pals. So if you're going to capture them, you could get them low. Kativa's the one that's a coward, so we'll just go past him to basically get on this subject. But like, let's say for example, I wanted to throw a ball at him. You're always going to want to throw it at their backs without them knowing you're there. Because if I was to throw it right here in front of him, it's a 4% chance. Whether if I was to go behind, it would be a 16% chance. So odds are always good to know. And in this game, I learned that like you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And the best example for me would be I caught Dynawesome here with a 3% chance, and I just decided to just like go for it, and I got him first try. So you never know. If you're gonna try to attack a higher level pal, you can always use your own specific pal to attack them, distract them, and then you can throw a ball. Or you can try to get them low yourself, run off a little bit, and then once you're out of their range, you can come back to them and they'll still be the same health, and you can try sneaking up on them and throwing the ball at their back, just so you have a better chance of capturing them. Another tip to give out would be to just explore the map. There's a lot of chests and items to uncover, and then obviously new pals, which would help you level up, which would level up your base and whatnot. So it's just overall good thing to do. You get a lot of farming XP done and whatnot. But one thing that I uncovered is like these from like this, for example. So me just running around the map, I found an egg, and for an egg incubator, you're gonna need certain things to hatch them. So we need like ancient civilization parts. I actually found some just running around and about, so that's good to know. I think you can get some actually too from like dungeons, I'm pretty sure, like just going out and finding them. But that, for example, would be a good thing to know. And then if you need to get ancient technology points, I know you get them from fighting the bosses. I think you can get it from fighting like the leaders too, but I'm not entirely sure. Okay, so we are back, and there's chests that you find just roaming the map. And for example, like I've uncovered skill fruits, which would basically be a way of teaching my pal specific moves. I'm waiting on getting a good pal to use those. I found a copper key, not sure what that's for yet, but like things like this, you'll come across a lot of eggs. You need an egg incubator for that. And then one more thing too, if you guys uncover like a dungeon, I know that there's one in the beginning right here. If you were to put a marker down, see, like you can put like a custom waypoint, and that, for example, if you go on it, you can change the icon to kind of familiarize yourself with what it is. But then that way you can mark the map and know where something is if you want to go back to it later or whatnot. But that's pretty much it. If you guys have any other tips to give, feel free to drop them down below in the comments. Let me know what you guys thought about the video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.